is actually okay to abstain from food, but is abstaining from food actually what it means to fast? No. Today's video, I will be talking about what it actually means, for one to fast, or what the word fasting actually means. For years we've been fasting and abstaining from food. You get, saying is fasting. You get, it's actually okay to abstain from food, but is abstaining from food actually what it means to fast? No. You see, to abstain from food, okay, for a long period of time, taking water is okay because it helps detoxificates the body and keeps the blood pure. You get, but is it what is actually meant for one to fast? No, it's not. What it actually means for one to fast is to abstain from certain kind of thinking, such as negative thinking and false thinking and thoughts of separation from you and God, your creator. Any thinking that makes you feel like you are separated from God, or any thinking that is of false and a negative thinking. You get, that's why the scripture says, as a man thinketh in his heart, so he is. You see, to abstain from food is okay, you get, but is it what it actually means? Because sometimes we might abstain from food, and while we are praying, and our thought pattern is negative, thereby it causes the things we've been asking of God not to manifest, because it's what you sow is what you reap. So the thoughts you give out are what you get in return. Somewhere in the scriptures, the disciples of John the Baptist came to Christ and they were asking, how come that we and the Pharisees fast often and your disciples do not fast? He replied, how can the guest of the groom be fasting when he's celebrating with them? What's that place actually meant? Christ talks sometimes in parable. What that place actually means, that is, how can they be trying to abstain from negative thinking when he's with them? Because he teaches them, there are some people you will be with, your pattern of thinking will automatically change. They will influence your behavior and your thinking pattern. So that was the kind of charisma and the power Christ had over his disciples. Anybody that follows anybody, even in church, the pastors that will follow, they influence us, and our thinking pattern becomes as their own, because that's what they are teaching us. So when they were with Christ, because he let us know when the time comes when he will leave them, they will have to fast. So when he will leave them, like when you've left a positive person that has a good vibration, you see that it's not left for you to be working on your own energy to make sure that your thought pattern are of a positive side. You get, so for you to fast means to abstain from negative kind of thinking. You get, so that was what Christ was explaining for them. So being with them, there is no way they will be able to have those negative kind of thinking. That's what it means, because soon the Muslims too will start fasting, as it is the earlier year of 2025. Some churches and some people are fasting, but I want to bring to your knowledge, it's okay to abstain from food, but what it actually means is those negative thoughts pattern, those false belief. Because one, there is nothing impossible with God, and we are one with God. So any thought of separation, any thought of fear, because fear cripples the mind, so any thought of fear, all those things are what you will abstain. Because that's why the scripture says, be you transformed by the renewing of your mind, because this thought goes on in our mind. So if we will change our mind from the negative side to the positive side, so it's not something that just occurs very easily. So that's why you see it takes some days because it's something of the mind, you see. So it takes some days to work on the mind, to remove it from the negative side of thinking to the positive parts of thinking. That's what it means to fast. It's not actually abstaining from food. To abstain from food is okay, but while you are abstaining from food, to also abstain from negative thoughts of fear, thoughts of things cannot work out. This one is bigger than God. You will ask God of something, and deep down inside your mind there is fear that this thing will not work. There is that. So those kind of things are what you are to walk away from. That's what it means to fast, so that you will not keep on making mistake of thinking is only abstaining from food. Yes, it's not what it is. It's not what it is, because he said there are many proofs about this, but I have the conviction to do this video because I have my friends that are fasting, abstaining from food, so that while we are fasting and abstaining from food, we also abstain from negative pattern of thinking, what it actually means to fast. So thank you for watching and abstaining from negative pattern of thinking to the positive pattern of thinking, which is what it actually means for one of us to fast. Thank you for watching. Share the video to your loved ones so that every other person can have access of what it means to fast, even as the Muslims and every other person that would want to fast. That's what it means. Thank you for watching. One love.